Yeah, those 2 days have passed quite quickly, and these were our final presentations, and it's even a little bit a pity to sum it up right now. But perhaps I can say some very simple thoughts in very simple words, and if some of you wants to add something or comment, you can do it. I think that these 2 days have been really very, very inspiring, and the things that I picked up from here is that well, our museums are different, but we have so much in common. But one thing is important, that the museums need to be bold. They need to be need to react to changes in the society, and there's no need to hide from those more complicated topics or even shameful past, as we could see in some cases. And even the unpleasant past, if we deal with it and if we speak about it, it kind of paves the way to understanding and to forgiveness in some cases. So it's we cannot overcome shame or fear or some unpleasant problems until we don't speak about it. It's important to speak out. And I think that we do not need to be afraid of criticism, because there are always so different, people are different, there are always so many different opinions. And we could see how museums can really make us sad, or sometimes frightened, or sometimes even angry. But at the same time, they can also make us grateful and happy, and sometimes they can make us laugh. And the most important thing is that they should touch our hearts, that we won't be indifferent, you know. It's the most important things, that a museum should not be that dull place. I like the museum in Aarhus. They are so ironic about museums as dull places. But museums, yeah, it's important to nobody should be left indifferent. Museums can also, I don't know, I can't express it that well in English maybe, but they can also give the voice to those who aren't heard very well in the society maybe. And it's an important task of a museum to, by telling all those stories about small minorities, for example, or forgotten events in the past, it's important to develop empathy, and I think that empathy is a very important word if we speak about museums. And well, what else? We could see that cooperation is very important, be it cooperation between museums themselves, or cooperation with communities, universities, other institutions, because of course no one has the knowledge in its own institution, so you have to bring together the best experts to achieve something good. And this engagement is also very important. But and what is also very important, that what we could see during these days is the passion of people who work in the museum. We could see so many wonderful colleagues with their eyes shining, and it's so important. If you are not passionate about your work, it's not possible to create interest in your audience. You need to be interested in what you do, and you need to love what you do. And I'm so happy that we could see it and we could share it during these days. And of course, I'm very grateful to you all that you have attended our conference, and also to those who have been following us online. So I think that now we have become more inspired, hopefully. And when we go back home, we have many things to reflect upon. Because, well, sometimes, at least in Estonia, in case of Estonians, sometimes we say that our wires go through Narva, and well, sometimes even the good thoughts come maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But I think that we got so much inspiration during these days, and that is something really kulda väärt. Yeah, thank you so much. But if some of you wants to add something to comment. Okay, then I'll give the floor to a few words. No, sorry. You wanted to say something, yeah?
Yes. Thank you. Sorry, not you. Yes, I would also like to ask my other colleagues. So we're at the Open Air Museum of Latvia as well. Wait a sec. Well, the problem is that well, silver is not today here, so we need to use real musical instruments because you can't lend us anything. The conference itself has brought us to a lot of new ideas as well. And one of those is that actually we all, as you just mentioned, we have the inspiration, right? And good ideas that we would like to create and to do, but what is even more important, how do you think? No idea? Okay, I'm using to say David, that's why I talk like this, but it is actually the reason that we need to work in a team. We need to work in a team, and I think Wallet also mentioned previously that you can't do anything alone. You need that other, at least that one person that stands up as well. Well, I have two other persons that stand up. The other persons that stand up as well. But the thing is that we need a team. And that's why we would like to start with a song about one very good and useful and nice, bug. I don't know how to put it, I'm not from the Nature Museum, thank God. It is the bee, because bees are working together, they're working as a team, and they are working as well in a beehive. So that you now wake up after all the talks and get ready for the dinner, for the lunch, sorry. And then, yeah, then a bit of music, okay?
Odri diralla, čukaj,
Yes, and we have actually a small gift to the best singer. But actually, we have here something very simple, because you know now we are going into the winter season as well, the open air museums. But as we know, what do you do in the winter? Well, you prepare for the spring already. So that's why we have something here. We have created this one. Actually, that's a wish for our younger brother, Estonian Open Air Museum. And that's only 65th anniversary. But the thing is that we would like to wish you something. And actually, that's maybe a wish that today we would like to give to the ones that host us today, but that's actually the wish that I think we could share with you all colleagues. And that is actually that is a story about a magical bee. And it is the wish that you are going to work with your roots very deep, as we all do, because we have some foundings, we have some ideas there in the background that we would like to achieve. And that we stand very firmly on the ground, but we not stop moving forwards. And you know how the bean grows, right? It grows very, it's complicated, it's like a lot of things. There should be sun and rain and all possible financial issues dealt with, and then you move upwards and then you reach something. And our magical bean story tells that when you once get there up towards the sky, then you reach the sky and you can see what's happening there. So always standing firmly on the ground, but reaching in the future for the best things. So that's here. And here, some real beans, maybe magical, maybe not, we don't know. But we wish you to plant them in your museum so that next year when we come, then we can have some bean soup.
Thank you.
That was a short introduction for the food. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank you all, and especially all those colleagues who came here from abroad, from Hungary, Romania, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland. Times are difficult, but still, it's nice to see you all here. And just some weeks ago, we had a conference, Open Air Museum conference in Sweden. But still, at least some of you can travel more, and you came here. Thank you. And I'd like to thank you, Maret and Dagmar, and all others who helped to organize all those 3 days here, and hope to see you all soon here again. Thank you.